Good morning, folks. Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Riding to Work with Coach Rob. It's a beautiful May day here in Pennsylvania. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am celebrating 42 years of experience today. So it's my 42nd birthday, but I've had 42 years of experience existing. And I'm celebrating it. Doesn't sound weird, or does it? Let's talk about celebration. If it was your birthday and nobody else was around, you were by yourself, would you celebrate it? It's kind of a weird question, right? Because you think about celebrating your birthday, you think about friends, family, doing something special. Or do you think about nothing? You just don't worry about it. It's one of those things, just another day. I've had multiple meetings recently with clients, and we get to our 6th week, and during our 6th week, we do a goal setting practice. And in that goal setting practice, we set milestones. And every time you reach a milestone, you are supposed to celebrate your wins. Celebrate the milestone. And I've had people look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, what do you mean? I know what they're thinking because I had the same reaction. Like, why not? I've never celebrated anything before. Just keep going. Right, exactly. So if you have an end goal in mind, all right, it's a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, and you don't celebrate or recognize every time you reach a pivotal point or a milestone towards that goal, you're going to lose sight of where you're going to go. All right? It's much easier to celebrate those small wins or celebrate a win along the way than waiting for the big, audacious goal to be accomplished. Does that make sense? I've had people sit in my office or on Zoom for meetings and talk about celebrating wins, and they are just dumbfounded. Deer in the headlights look, and they stare at me like, what are you talking about? I've had someone who has accomplished more in his life than, 5 people have. This dude has done it. All right, he has checked off the bucket list of 90% of men that I know. It's impressive. He sat there and he broke down crying, and he was so distraught that he never recognized all that he had accomplished. I started listing off the things that I knew about him. I've only known the guy for a little bit. And I'm like, dude, listen to this. And you didn't celebrate any of this? And he was like, no. I just kept going forward, which is admirable. That's cool. All right, you keep plugging away. I get that. I am that guy. I'm a grinder. I work. I keep my head down and move forward. I get it. But I will say, if you take a second to celebrate your wins along the way, that road's a hell of a lot more enjoyable. It's so much more fun. So, while I was not good at celebrating my wins or accomplishments along the way, I've changed. So today, May 5th, I am celebrating my 42nd birthday. Awesome. There's people that didn't make it this far. There's people that made it, 2 times further. Don't know where my road is leading, but I'm excited about it. So I want to jump into the second topic today. Real short, real quick. This could be a full video by itself, but I want to touch on it. Is along with celebrating your wins, let's talk about our mistakes. All right? Because I guarantee that most of you dwell on, remember, or magnify your mistakes. And believe me, I have made more than most. It's laughable how many times I have screwed up. Some big, some really big, and some small. And I dwelled on them. Man, and that's a miserable, miserable way to exist. You sit there and you let them fester and you hold on to them and you're just miserable and they beat you up and eat you up from the inside out. But you never took time to celebrate the good stuff. So you take responsibility and you hold on to, you grasp all these bad things that you've done and negative things in your life. You let them sit like a rock inside of you. But when something good comes along, you don't take responsibility for that. 9 out of 10 times, most of us say, hey, thank you to somebody. I couldn't have done that without you. This happened because of you. And while it's good to give credit to others that help you and say thank you, that's what you should do. But what you should also do is thank yourself. Give yourself a little bit of gratitude. Because guess what? Whatever happened, whatever good that you've done, whatever accomplishments you've made in life, they wouldn't happen without you either. So you're responsible for the bad things. Yes, take ownership of that. Please. Don't blame others. If something bad happened to you, look back at the series of choices that got you to that point. All right? Most of the time, choices you made got you there. All right? It's hard to take ownership. We do a whole call about projections when we work together one-on-one. We talk through it, and that is the hardest call we do because it requires an individual to take ownership and responsibility of the things that have happened to them. All right? That's a tough one, man, because we don't want to do that. We want to project on others. We want to blame others for what's going on. In the end, it's our choices that got us to where we are. But in that same light, our choices and our actions also helped us accomplish all the good that we've accomplished. Everything big and everything important in your life that you have and you've done, you did. But you never recognized yourself for doing it. I could be wrong. You might be sitting there saying, "No, I celebrate every time I wake up in the morning." If you do, good on you, man. Teach me how to do it. But we hold on to our losses and our hurts, but we don't celebrate all the hard work and all the good we do. So I challenge you, moving forward, set some milestones for yourself. Little ones. I got up at 6 a.m. 7 days a week in a row. I read 10 pages in a book 7 days in a row. I went for a walk outside 4 times this week with no media or music or phones or noises. I called my parents 3 times this week. I sat and listened to my spouse for 30 minutes. I sat and played with my kids without my phone or TV on. I went to the gym 4 days this week. Big ones. Okay, I made my first $1 million this year. I found the job of my dreams. I bought the house I've always wanted. I bought the car I've always wanted. I worked so hard, I got a raise. I started my own business. There's so many things out there that we all do every day that deserve some recognition, but we don't take a step back and realize it because it's what we do. So when you're done with this, Don't turn on the radio. Don't go in the house yet. Don't go into work yet. Take a minute. Stop. Take a couple deep breaths and give yourself credit for all that you've done. Graduated high school, graduated college, got a master's, got a doctorate, got a degree, got a job, bought a house, own my own car, paid my bills. All those things that we just equate to life. Not everybody does. And you did it in your own unique way. Alright? Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your milestones. Celebrate your successes. Take responsibility for all the good that has happened to you. Alright, guys? Hope you all have a wonderful day and an amazing weekend. And I'll talk to you again next Friday.